Yeah, baby. Hey, Jelly Duck. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, my man. Good morning. Good morning. Just gonna share out the link, man. How's it going today, buddy? Hey, Konaman. Good morning, man. Good morning. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Actually, Ahmed. Ahmed? Is that how it is, buddy? Is Ahmed? Is that how you say it? That's cool. That's very cool, buddy. Hey, Cruiser Mac. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, man. Just sharing up the link and we'll get started here in a minute, man. So don't forget to hit that like button and share it out on Twitter or whatever. Awesome. Ahmed. Cool, buddy. Now I know your name. That's very good. That's cool, man. I know. I like when people call me Chris too. I'm not. I mean, Construction Kronies is the YouTube channel, sure, but I like to be Chris. Where are we here? Oh God, come on! I'm trying to find the. Oh, right here, duh. Cool, man. I'll copy all that. It's on to Twitter. Now hit Facebook. Hey, Eva, how's it going? Thank you very much. Very nice to see you. It really bugs me how, like Facebook, I gotta learn how to update when you post links on it, like it always shows the old pictures and stuff. It's just great. It's kind of crazy. And apparently my live link doesn't work on Facebook ever, which is weird, so I'll have to test it out later. Awesome, Eva. Thank you so much and have a great day at work. I know working the Sunday sucks, but I've been there plenty myself too, so but yeah, thank you for stopping by, man. Good to see you, love. Nice, very nice. Okay, so now I just gotta hit up LinkedIn. See, LinkedIn is like my only other platform that like I have a lot of like construction contacts, right? I probably have more construction contacts on LinkedIn than any other platform. It's pretty cool. Let's see if it does the same. Oh wow, it actually loaded properly this time. That's nice. Add hashtags. So where do we go? Construction work, construction life, construction management, manager, news, project. Anyways. Post. Awesome. Hey, Mama! Good morning. How's my favorite son? Your favorite son is doing great. So your favorite kid is doing just fine, Mama. Yeah, hit me up on LinkedIn. Absolutely, yes. LinkedIn is definitely I gotta be more active on it. And I was writing articles for LinkedIn as well, and they were really good articles. So I'm gonna definitely gotta write a couple more articles. I would like to have enough time to do one a week, right? I think that would be really cool. But I just, it's not a lot of time, with the kids and work and, other YouTube stuff or whatnot. But LinkedIn, I really should be doing that more. Oh, and I need to, fuck, you know what? I need to make a note to myself here. And update. LinkedIn. And other media with new picture, new graphics. Yeah, I got like a whole bunch of new Amy Dibble, buddy, what's up, buddy? Amos, dude. Good freaking morning, you guys. Cheers with coffees this morning. I got my Rue cup today. I felt like because I don't have all the stickers and stuff that I had behind me before, of all the creators and different stuff and whatnot, and the cup and all that, I figured I would drink out of it. He's doing, I think he's doing much better. He's still sleeping, which is good. He was pretty good. He's just been really, really sucky, and his fever is running high, and he was sick, man, poor kid. But yeah, he just kind of been nursing him. He's feeling better, I think. He's still sleeping, so hopefully, which is good. I think he got a good night's sleep, which is good. So thank you for asking, buddy. Coffee, yuck. Yeah, right. Jesus. Good afternoon. So, I think... Oh, sorry. I gotta post one more place, guys, and then we'll get to her. Oh, and I just opened up Discord, too, and I just saw your message, Meet Dibble, too. SMD, anyone use the... Oh, okay, hold on here. I think one of the guys. Boom, baby. Okay. So, how was everybody's week? Everybody had a good week. I know I saw lots of you guys on Friday night, which was good. I love this. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Now we're good to go. I think. Right. Close this up. Boom. Come back up here. And you know what? I have no idea how to use Reddit. Is that weird? There's a PM to Chris. Oh yes, I saw that. I'll check that out at the end of the stream. I saw that. I know Discord. The thing is, like, I had to close it because it was giving me too many notifications, right? And so I had to get rid of that. That nightmare, message nightmare. I guess whatever. I can just put this. Oh well, whatever. That's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna kill the music. Shut my phone off. Again. Boop. So let's see here. Make sure we're good. Focus. Cool. And we're good. So, how's everybody doing today? I was wondering, hold on here, I gotta actually turn the music off first. Boom. So yeah, there won't be the music. Okay, good. I saw that cruiser Mac. I'll hit that up. I have mysterious favor for Sunday morning. Please don't. Yeah, no problem. No problem. We'll not do it. Sunday morning is definitely a PG type stream. It's only Friday nights that we do that kind of stuff. So yeah, you never have to worry about that on a Sunday morning, Codeman. So yeah, no problem, buddy. I know you can turn off all notifications, and that's what I did. I just turned off notifications, right? So I don't get them on my phone. That's all. And then when I boot up my system, it's not. I don't have it on in my startup menu, so I have to remember to actually physically open Discord as well. But I love Discord. It's just like if there's no discoverability really on it, right? Which would be kind of neat if there was. They're like, you know what I mean? What the hell am I doing here, guys? Oh, right. That's right. I was gonna check out that LinkedIn. There we go. And there we go, buddy. There we go. I'll get back to my BM. It's kind of neat. I can control the camera from my phone, right? So I can focus or whatever, all right here from my phone, which is really cool. I'm getting to learn the camera quite well, so it's been pretty cool. But it's amazing, the features and the control like that you have over your or, like on your camera is amazing. It's so good. Yeah, for sure. Okay, guys. So I was kind of wondering. I'm like, fuck. Oops. And I gotta be careful of that too. I was thinking to myself. I'm like, so we've looked at a lot of things over the past couple of years, and I'm like, what are we gonna talk about today? And I started to search. That's fine. Yeah, you're absolutely allowed to post videos. We have a video page for posting videos on the Discord. There's an actual channel like on our server. I can't remember what it's called. Oh yes, there's post your latest video. It's got a camera beside it as an icon, and in there I have a bunch of automatic videos that get posted automatically when certain creators post. I got Michael Daniels. Jelly Duck. There you go. Yeah, perfect. You got it. I love the graphic too, Ahmed. This graphic that is on the cover here is interesting because I'm working on something similar right now in Cinema 4D actually, which is kind of cool. So we'll check out that. My camera is my phone, he says. Yeah, no, that's a lot of people. I mean, when I first started, I just was kind of lucky. I had an older, really good camera to use. But I didn't even know how to use it. So right away, I started learning how to use cameras, and then now all the way up to the cinema camera now, right? Oh yes, absolutely, Conan. And yes, you bet. I just got your last message there too, buddy. So okay, onto the subject. I guess I could actually just kind of go right over to it right now. I wanted to see where we are right now. Okay, what is going on right now in 2020 in the industry? We've seen a lot of things, right? 3D printing and these robots, bricklaying robots and all that, and drones and all kinds of crazy stuff, right? But I mean, I still haven't seen really. I don't think I've seen any of it, right? In any of it in the field yet. I mean, I've seen certain things, I guess, like GPS, of course, more so when you're working with the ground, setting your ground elevations or whatnot. But 3D printing, 3D printing shows a lot of promise. It's pretty cool technology. I like how we are starting to recycle things. Right down to cigarette butts. They're using cigarette butts to make bricks now, right? That's what I really love, that kind of stuff. So, anyways, I was thinking, well, I still haven't really seen anything, and I know 2020's things are gonna probably happen because construction has been like the biggest thing is like the half of the industry is like this is how we've always done it, right? And it works, so we're not going to change. And then there's the other side of things where they're actually bracing change and innovating new ways to do things, right? And now, hey, babe. Hi. You can come say hi. Hi. Say hi. Hi. Right there. You're all just, you got messy hair, you silly. You guys having fun up there?
Yeah.
Okay, I love you. All right, we're talking, okay?
I don't know what I could do though.
Yeah, just go do something, okay?
Gummy bear.
Gummy bear? What do you mean?
Gummy bear upstairs in the shelf.
What shelf?
You know, the candy shelf.
Oh, make sure you ask Mom, okay? Okay, go. Scared me for a second. Alrighty, she's adorable, yeah. They're trying to get into candy right now. I think Mom's still asleep, so you know what? Actually, I'm so sorry. I'll be back in a split second. All right, sorry about that, guys. Okay, now I'm back. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of things, a lot of promising tech, lots of promising tech, and I think my so Chris, Honda has a quad designed for carrying equipment. You can put in a request to see about it repairing drywall. Honda as a quad designed for carrying equipment. Okay, cool. We'll check that out. Ask Mom technique. Yeah, right. I know. It's a personal safety issue. Absolutely. I know. Oh, come on, guys. Nope, that's not gonna work. All right, it's gonna have to cross over. Yeah. You know, saves my butt, but I just went and helped them out. I was worried, like. I had my gummies, my edibles up high above the counter, and when she came down and asked for a gummy bear, my heart dropped because I was thinking, you know, so I was like, no, I had to go and grab it to make sure that wasn't what she was talking about. So, but yeah, good stuff, guys. So, yeah, so 3D printing and robots, and I think those are really, really cool. Hey, Brandon, how's it going? Brandon Jackson. Good to see you, man. Good morning. Okay, so the industry's definitely been living in the Stone Age all the way up until when BIM came along. Okay, computers have changed absolutely everything, right? To think that when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s, like there was very minimal computers. Like I was like literally one of the first kids in the block to have a computer. So I was very lucky to have that access to those machines when I was a kid. But like we're talking grade, what, 5, 6 maybe when computers started coming into the picture, right? So it wasn't that long ago when you really think about it. So it's not natural that things are going to become digital. So for the past couple of decades, we've been thinking about the back end of construction, right? So organizing it and planning using this BIM. And the next thing that we need to start focusing on is now the actual physical building, putting it back into the digital, which is really cool, right? So we've been putting like digital into the physical, right? But now it needs to come back the other way, and that's why I see. That's why I was. Oh shoot, I got distracted there. Frick. Okay. Anyways, that's why drones, things like that, are really interesting to look at. The last trade show I was at, one of the big booths that I spent time on was a company called IF Effectors, and what they did is build sensors, right? I think everything is gonna have sensors now. Like you're gonna have all your mechanical, your electrical, mechanical will be monitored, and it's gonna be great for predicting problems or troubleshooting, right? And I think that's fantastic. So, as our buildings get smarter and homes get smarter, as do the materials used to build them, right? Taking a peek there, this doesn't seem like the. Oh yes, this is an excellent TEDx talk. Okay, I don't want to play the whole video. It's like 10 minutes, but basically what he says in the video is he did a survey asking people. It was an anonymous survey asking people what they thought when they heard the word contractor, right? And of course they had like, it was very negative almost, right? But the one thing that he was trying to show is that a lot of them said that they were the contractor, when they thought of contractor, they said outdated, right? Like old fashioned, right? That's what they think of when they think contractor, and that's true for most of the most of it is still like that, right? We're still living in the Stone Age. Not enough companies, and especially subcontractors, are investing in new tech. All right, and it's pretty crazy when you're a massive contractor and you're running all these projects, and most projects are all the subcontractors on the job don't have the same tech as the general contractor, is what I'm saying, right? And they don't have the training on the tech. So the more you can learn of like how to use the software and things like that is going to be good for you as well, right? As a company in a whole, because then you can integrate with those general contractors better, and they're going to know that, right? So at bid time, that's going to give you a hand up, right? So then he goes on to talk about how then the discovery of BIM came along, and boom, all of a sudden the technology takes off. And they've been working on conflict resolution ahead of time, planning and putting people in, like showing people their product before it's built type thing. And his point is now we got to look at the other way as well, right? Like look back, start putting the physical back into the digital. So I'm gonna actually just post, like fast forward a bit to show you. I think it was 7 minutes 20 seconds.
Virtually, fly-throughs, near real time.
Actually, yeah. Okay, so here,
Traditional
this is a
3D building.
right traditional drawing. This is 100% of the drawing buildings that I do. This is what I see. An elevation. I never see anything digitally, or never see models. I never get to see anything. I just see these black and white elevations. These 3D renders are very rare, okay? And usually there's only like one on the cover page.
Near real time, we can provide photo realism, allowing you to truly understand your building as it evolves.
So, did you hear that?
But let's take it a step further.
Okay. I just want to just back that up because he's going to say something really important. I'm going to also turn it up a bit, so tell me if the video volume is too high.
Walkthroughs, fly-throughs, and near real time, we can provide photoreal renderings, allowing you to truly understand your building as it evolves.
Right?
But let's take it a step further. If you're one of the few, the brave, who are willing to forget about looking cool, you'll put on the VR headset.
Hey, Zaphael, good morning, buddy.
So accessible that we can walk you through your building while we simultaneously coordinate the work that will go into place. Again, the goal is to allow you to feel your building, to truly understand it, and make any necessary changes virtually, skipping the cost and inefficiency of making them physically. So let's do a quick recap. BIM takes the digital into the physical. Virtual reality and other enhanced visualization techniques allow you to truly understand the product that you're getting at the end. But what about taking the physical into the digital? In the past, I could walk through jobs that take literally hundreds of dimensions, come back to the office, only to realize that I don't have the one I need. That's the same picture of me back
Yep.
at the traditional firm. And I don't use the word shucks.
Yes,
The word
like
I use
button,
mine
yes.
with shucks.
So, anyways, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to go
Today,
through,
we can provide you
So
with
check
a
this
model
out.
that sees behind walls.
right?
So you're aware forever. No more old, decaying as-built drawings sitting in your basement. And no more accidentally slamming through a plumbing pipe during your next renovation. So I don't know about you. But
Right on. So the historical data, right? But this is real life. This is your building, right? So that's what the point of it is, right? Like he was saying, your as-built drawings are in your original blueprints are gonna like they're obsolete, right? Like they just collect dust, and having it digital like this, you can easily transfer information, right? And quickly look it up as well. Transform. I like the you had cattle prod people who use phrase transform digital to physical. It's interesting because I get your point, Zaphiel. You're like, oh man, like when robots and 3D printers start taking over our jobs, right? It's gonna have to. We're gonna have to give up some of the workload, right? Like we're gonna have to accept that things that are big, bulky, and repetitive, then yeah. But then if we could come back to paying more attention to detail, right, and making things customized, that would be really good. I think for everybody, you know what I mean? Like there's been this period of time where everything is built the same. These buildings, like one after another, they're all built the same. They basically copy and paste the blueprints, right? It's crazy. It's not very interesting, right? But yeah, Team Smoke, yeah, buddy, yeah, you know it, Mike. Good stuff. But yeah, I get it. You know, we're a little bit afraid of giving up that giving up the reins or whatever to technology, but it's gotta have to happen just because of the simple fact everything's transforming. The young kids aren't working in construction anymore. You know, we looked at the top 100 jobs, and it was like almost down below 50, or above 50. So the top 50 jobs, there was nothing in construction, right? There was a freaking landscaper, gardener was in the list, but there wasn't anything in the trades, right? You have to think that's kind of harsh, okay? And then I think it was like number 58 was a construction manager, okay? Now that's not even a carpenter or anything, that's a manager. All right, and the median salary, the average salary, was only like $58,000 a year. I don't know how that's even possible, but that is really, really low. Okay, the median salary for a good construction manager should be like $150,000 a year. Okay, so you can imagine like how like that. Looking at that list was very, very disturbing and quite shocking. But I have seen the 3D printed houses. We'll take a look at some of the Tech 2 me dibble. I have seen the 3D printed houses, yes, and they're really cool. Yeah, there's pretty neat stuff. So most of our houses nowadays, people writing technology to Alexa and Google. Yeah, that's right. Everything's going into automation, and it's. Life is not simple like it used to be, right? We have a very crazy world now that things are just out of order. You know, it's chaos. It's total chaos, and we need to fix that, right? Calm that chaos somehow, and it's only with technology we can do that, right? Or having a lot of money where you can hire servants or something, right? But you can hear. Oh my god. But anyways, like I was saying, is the automation. Yeah, I have, like I was saying, we have like 5 units in our house. We have one Alexa and 4 Google Minis, and the Ultra Chromecast, right? So all these devices connect and communicate with one another. I'm gonna be setting up all the studio lights and stuff on a Google Mini, right? So the automation is good. You know, we need to free up time from our busy days to do other things, right? Buzz phrase. Oh, I understand you. Yeah, you just hate buzz phrases. I transform digital to physical. I haven't really I haven't seen that too often, but I think that's going to be one that we're going to be hearing a lot of in the next 5 to 10 years, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, interesting. So 3D printing lighter weight concrete panels off site will probably be first big change. That's actually probably a pretty good guess. I like how they make 3D or bricks now out of like things like cigarette butts, right? But there's other material that that is really cool, like ETFE. We're gonna take a look at that. That's the stuff that they're using in greenhouses, and they're putting in photovoltaic paneling. But the building facades themselves are going to be very interesting to see, like how the lighting systems, the panels that they'll be using are going to be insane, guys, insane. So I have hey, Uncle Ted, good morning, my man. Good morning, buddy. How are you? Good morning. Good to see you, bud. So he has AI and machine learning. Yeah. Most dangerous thing we're doing by linking our house up with Alexa is because it just takes the attack to shut down your house. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. You definitely need to have some security. You know, that could be dangerous. You're right. Yeah, that's a good point, Uncle Dan. So security would be very important, right? Yeah. Okay, so Conan, I think that it's a good thing. I just think that like life is not as it demands a lot more out of us now, and it's just nuts. It would be nice to have more time to work on your own personal projects or spend time with family, right? Some things like say cooking and washing the dishes and things like that are old traditional things, and they're relaxing to do, you know. Sometimes that's your private time, and so 5G construction technologies is right. That's something too. We're still in development, I think, and like there was a huge thing about 5G not working and stuff, but we'll have to take a peeky poo at that. Mm-hmm. Look at these guys here. So this is cool. I still have yet to see anything like this yet. Like the 3D printing. This is considered a 3D printer, right? But it's a robot, and it's laying bricks. Obviously, I think that we're like it would be really neat to see machinings making the materials as they're printing it, right? Like the fact that they're testing things that capture materials just from right out of the atmosphere, right, to manufacture other product like other materials. That's pretty neat. So the idea I was always seeing in my head was that they could send all these things to Mars, for example, and they would automatically build all the structures and things that you need to live, to sustain life up there. So it's interesting. You think about that, right? Just sending a crew of little builder bots to another planet and they start building. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. 100%, yes. Oh, honey, you got a mess. Oh. So, what you doing, hon?
Nothing.
Okay, no, that's Sissy's, I think.
No, because I can't find mine.
I think that's Sissy's. Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. No. No, honey, honey.
find
You're
mine.
gonna cause a big trouble.
But I can't find mine.
Come on, honey.
I can't find mine.
So, you can't take your sister's.
I can't find mine.
Sorry, guys. Okay. Sorry, yeah, Courtney was Courtney was out late last night with her mom, so kids are just kind of being reckless right now. Right? Oh, that's too funny. So yes, 3D printed offsite is going to be huge. Absolutely, the biggest thing that is going to be coming to construction. Okay, everything is going to be built offsite, 3D printed, whatever. Right? That's going to be huge. Absolutely huge. So yes, you're right about that. Sustainability. Yeah. So. Excuse me. So building for decades now, building regulations have been placing more and more burden on building design to reduce their environmental impact and sustainability. And another one you hate, I think, Zaphael, sustainability. Right? Sure. Yeah. Of course. I'll take a peeky poo here. That one was for you, eh? Peeky poo, Amos. So yeah, designed to reduce their insustainability. This is a trend that will only become more strict heading into 2020 and beyond. So of course we're gonna it's the regulations too. Like the government's gonna really put pressure on companies to start building better. It's kind of crazy, like how disconnected everything still is, right? Well, yeah, that is something that's true, Uncle Dan, and that's what they think. Okay, like there's some challenges they're facing with that, with using the wood, but in the long run, it's definitely the best way to go. The thing is, they're up against things like the land issues, right? But it's a totally different world nowadays. Okay, like they are planting trees. It's good, and there's just some challenges they're facing with it, right? They're up against the farming. They're up against climate change. There's a lot of factors that go into that, right? But yeah, I think if we can find a way to stabilize that, I think, yeah, that's definitely going to be the way to go. It'll be huge. And there is something, National Geographic article on it, Uncle Dan. Where is that here? I actually have it here. That talks about that. Let me see here. Where is it? Oh, weird. I thought I had it. It was in National Geographic. We might come across it here. So I don't know what exactly is going on here. Dress rehearsal for the construction. Oh, okay, I see. So dress rehearsal. So yeah, they're like, even this here is built off site, right? Yeah, that as well. Transportation, things like that. But remember, that's going to happen no matter what, right? So as long as they're replanting and doing good things like that, that's, because it's going to happen no matter what, right? So this is a roof they're building. I know that much. But yeah, that's it. Nothing. Yeah, right here, modular prefabrication. I don't know if I have.
What do Roman forts, the Eiffel Tower, and post-World War II housing have in common? They are all built with a type of construction known as prefabrication.
Yeah, prefabrication. I mean this is my least favorite thing of it all, right? I really hate prefab. Like everything's cookie cutter, right? It's all the exact same. There's no character in it at all. It's just, I like things built on site. I'm a huge fan of that. I really do not like off-site modular construction. I'm not a fan of that at all. It really tears apart the whole integrity of the whole business. It screws up everything. The cost is not the same, and it's cheap. You're right. It's not built to last. It's there. Don't get me wrong. Okay, guys. There's high end, and then there's the low end average, right? There's no in between. Okay, like there's none of that. It's crazy. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's not built to last. Most of it. Yeah. Wow. Isn't that amazing? So it's true. All you need to do is what we do here in Canada is you do the foundation, and basically you do your foundation, your basement, all that, get your block all done, and you put your bottom plate on, okay, get it level and square, and the house comes in like two pieces, and they like basically just like stick it together. It's insane, and it's really quick. Yes, honey.
Need to walk this.
You need to stop bugging me though, okay, honey? Okay, go upstairs, okay?
Can I wait?
I love you, okay? Go upstairs and be good, okay? Hey.
No.
Mass production, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like it's like we've done big. What? Let me think here. We've done things like 4-story walk-ups, and I think I've done hotels. Like all like these new hotels are all prefab, right? Like they built the panels in a offsite building, and then they ship them to site, and the guys just rig them all up and place them. It's simple. I know it is, right, Conan? I know. They're just so darn cute. I think that I don't know if there's music.
Habitat 67 was presented at the World.
Wow, like check out that, right? Like that's pretty cool. But anyways, yeah. So and that's been happening for a long time too. Like 30 years it's been going on. So it's nothing really new, but the technology being used is new. Look at that. Look at this. Like, see, everything declined in popularity of prefab in the 90s. But yeah, you can do all the steel stud framing and wood framing. You do anything, right? Insulate it, and it's just seriously, you screw them together, nail them together on site. But now this though,
houses, bridges, or skyscrapers.
Yeah, so we've seen that bridge, right, printed itself across that creek there. It's amazing. full stack modular developments, 32 story, eh? That's huge. Right? So. Oh, man. The half it cost 1/3 of the waste. Yeah. The amount of waste that construction produces, and not even including the demolition side of it, is it's astounding. It's a lot. It's insane how much waste is produced. That's the worst part about working on a construction job is if you're sensitive to that sort of thing, it's gonna really be a shocker when you see how much shit gets shipped to the wherever. And you know what, like most of it is not recycled, guys. Like it's just, I don't even know where the fuck it goes. Sorry. Like it's crazy. There's just so much. Like drywall waste alone is massive. Like not a lot of people do BIM or lead. You use lead at all. And I can count on one hand the number of jobs I've done over my lifetime that we recycled the materials. It's insane. Yeah, me dibble, for sure. There would have been a lot of prefab after World War II in the UK, because, you did lose a lot of housing and stuff. So, like in our catalog, we had 10 different styles of home to choose from, with all different things. Could take as far as extra rooms, and it isn't cookie cutter, at least not prefab mobile homes here. Yeah, okay, I get that. So you can customize them, which is really neat, and that would be cool if you could do that, right? That's kind of the idea between augmented reality, virtual reality, and all this software is to, yeah, right, me devil, I know, is going to be cool because you can now really look as an owner and customize what you want, and that is cool. It's these massive builders, like when they go in and they build subdivisions of homes, right? They're only using like, okay, this is A type, B type, C type. We're gonna mix it up or whatever and spread it all around, but it's all the same stuff, right? Like it's just turned this way or whatnot. You know what I mean? It's crazy. What is she saying? I don't know what the hell she's talking.
Where's Amelia?
Not here.
Gummy bears for the morning?
You guys leave me alone.
Can you do that?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy. Like you're right. So when you get a catalog like that, it's kind of cool, and I think that it's going to become more like virtual reality and stuff and augmented reality, right? When throughout the construction process, when people run into problems, you can definitely quickly put an owner or an engineer or somebody into virtual reality, and you can plan better, and actually visualize changes, which is really neat. Oh, I love waste goes into a lot of big holes and people forget about it, and that's sort of true, with the landfills and things like that. They just keep covering it over and over with dirt, right, or whatnot. It's pretty crazy to bury it. It's so weird. So a concrete guy used to throw away 100 bags of concrete. He didn't throw them away. He put them away for his own projects. Leftover steel, he gave it to and that's what I love that, Koneman. Like I have a whole garage full of steel, right? Yeah, I'm gonna use I got in trouble. I got a whole garage full of steel that I'm going to be using to build the things around here, right? So I have a lot of heavy gauge 6-inch stud, guys, and it's going to be cool because I'm going to be building some neat things with that to the house. And then, of course, the extra walls out there for the new studio, right? But it's going to be really cool. Using heavy gauge steel to build these things, guys. It's going to be pretty neat. Yeah, and that's like you got to try to save as much as you can, right? Give it away before throwing it out, I think, Cape Cod style slam in the heart of the South. Yeah, Chris is in trouble. Always getting into trouble of some sort. It's like living with my mom. Booms. Yeah. Exoskeleton. So as far as safety gear goes, yeah, I think that exosuits will be a thing. Obviously, like my last video too, guys, like on the suits, I totally messed that video up. I only had my audio going through the right channel, so all the other video audio is good, except for when I'm talking on the green screen. I was only recording to my right channel, and I didn't pick it up with my old mixer because the way I had my headphones rigged up. I had the two channels coming out of a mono output. I had them split, right? So, or anyways, it didn't work, and I didn't catch it when I was in editing, so the video was total, and it bombed too. I didn't get a lot of views. So it's crazy, you know, like, and that was probably one of the most was one of the biggest keywords of my channel too, was the Sarcos Guardian XO. And yeah, that one live stream I did like a couple of years ago, wherever on it, got a lot of reviews, but it was, you know, not very good for click-through rate or watch time, right? So I have put that to private, and now that's why I wanted to make the new video. But in Cape style house, eh? I was born in Cape Cod. That's cool.
This is the ExoWorks Industrial Exoskeleton.
So look at
Point
this
of
one
it
here.
Is to let somebody who looks like me take something that looks like this, which is a Milwaukee grinder, and hold it over their head.
Milwaukee grinder. So look at this here. Wow.
Therapeutic exoskeleton that people who are paralyzed or who've suffered strokes can use. Now the company's going back to its roots in a way, with an exoskeleton built to make difficult human jobs a lot easier.
Ooh,
Exos
yeah,
is the
look
only
at
company
that.
getting into exosuits, but they are one of the first to build one aimed more at construction workers than special forces operators.
Yay, that's very cool.
And then work it, actually.
And now we
More
see
than 5 minutes.
now we see why I went into journalism.
That's right.
That's too funny. Now you see why I went
That's
into
proud
journalism.
suited
That's
Exos Richmond,
for
California.
damn shit. Sure.
It's adjustable for people from 5'4" to 6'4". It weighs about 16 pounds, and it feels a bit odd at first. If you
Weird.
could not twerk in this, just wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend it. Let's say.
Weird,
the Exo
eh?
industrial suits made for heavy industry and construction. It's less Tony Stark's Iron Man armor and more the power loader. For
Back then, they had the idea of exoskeletons for industrial applications.
for hours.
Well, look at this thing here, eh?
I could even heft a 40-pound grinder like a sword.
And the whole premise is that we provide a parallel load path. So we have the tool, there's a gravity balancing arm that mounts to the chest.
Interesting. Hey, look, I come up. That's neat. That is interesting. You can recycle drywall. Yeah, you can. I know. It's just that it costs extra money and time. In a global economy, it won't happen because cheap, fast rules. I know. That's absolutely right, Zaphael. That's absolutely right. I mean, drywall, you can recycle all these things, but they don't. It costs money and time. And that's a really sad thing. I think that's why the government needs to step in, right, and legislate it so that it's fair for everybody. All right, that's the problem. It's not right now at the moment. It's not fair, for everybody. Smaller companies need to be able to compete with the bigger ones, and so on. So that recycling needs to be put into the estimate, right, at bid time, and all the companies should be bidding on the same specs, right? So that's where the government comes in. That's where legislation comes in. Okay, they are the ones who make it an equal level playing ground, right? By legislating it. Yeah, we know what BIM is. It's but yeah, it's definitely changed everything when it comes to construction. There's no doubt about that. Let's see if there's audio.
Are helping industry.
Yeah, limited natural resource urbanization. Then you could cause global imbalances between countries. Is true, yeah. That's also a thing, but you have to understand that sure, if you're a company in the States, for example, and you're bidding on a job that's in Canada, all right, you have to bid that job according to the local legislation, right? So it won't cause an imbalance like you think. I don't think. If you know what I mean, right? When you're bidding jobs, if you're bidding jobs like in different areas that you're from and then you're not familiar with the local legislation, you need to know that, right? Because you have to bid your job according to the local legislation. That's a good point. A good point to bring up. Yeah, neat, eh? Yeah, right, Uncle Dan. I mean, you know, I know, like, and that's kind of what happens sometimes, right? When they start pushing, like PPE, for example, like safety glasses, all 100% of the time, it hurts more than it helps. You can't tell me that. That's right, Zaphael. Yeah, you're right. You can build something in another country, but that's the thing. Okay, you have to build it in that country, and when it ships over a border, okay, it needs to meet the codes of where it's being shipped to. Right, so they might be able to build it cheaper, like labor wise, but the materials have to be what's specified in the drawings, like in the contract documents, right? You can't change out materials. So you can get cheap labor in Mexico, but then you need to ship it to the location as well, right? So you gotta think about that too, right? It's not black and white, that's for sure. But if you know what I mean by that, right? And yes, environmental restrictions is another thing too, right? I think that was that. Wow. Which one is this one here? Copy. There's a neat website here. Let's Build is really neat. I've never seen this website before. I just found it yesterday, so I was kind of browsing through it, and it looks really neat. And it can't be 3D printed. Autodesk is buying all the cool companies and wrecking them. Yeah, Autodesk is they definitely scooped up a lot of the software is by them now. It is kind of insane. Next you're gonna see the Autodesk, like Maxim, become Autodesk software. So, oh yeah, Ahmed, yeah, you bet. There's some good things to look forward to. So these guys here. Top 10 construction technology trends for 2020. So we're going to have augmented reality is at the top of the list. Construction software in the data ecosystem. The growth of BIM. Increased prefab modularization and eco-friendliness. self-healing concrete. This is really cool. Self-healing concrete. We like that. Drones, robotics, cloud and mobile technology, and advanced uses for GPS. Big time. So that's a lot of tech, right? That's a lot of tech. A lot of things that work together. You know what I mean? All of these things will work together, which is really cool. You know, that's the neat part about connectivity, right? If you could wire the worker into the system, it would even be almost even cooler. But there's pros and cons to that, right? I mean, having Big Brother always watching is not isn't a favorable situation to be in for most people. And I think as technology advances, we let go of our basic freedoms, okay, more and more. And it's a trade-off for the technology. That's why also with my last video, I also said the Circle's Guardian collects a lot of data. Every second, it's collecting thousands and things of data, right? So you can see how all of a sudden now we're in a production competition with one another, right? Oh, well, Jim produces 50. Why doesn't Steve produce, why does he only produce 20? Okay. Fire him or hire somebody who can do a better job, or tell him he's got to work harder. They're trying to say that it's for convenience, or not convenience. They're trying to help production, yes, but they're trying to help construction workers have an easier time at their job, and conserving their energy for outside of work. But that extra energy, okay, I can see them putting it into turning it into something negative and pushing the workers to do more, right? More production. They're not seeing it as having an extra hand on site, but as a tool to increase production, right? So then now all of a sudden you're just another tool, right? Oh, absolutely, yeah. They definitely been watching for years. I mean, that's no secret for sure. So Chris, the electrical code for Europe is a little different than the electrical code UL. Yes, yes, absolutely. But the parts, but manufacturers are good in most countries in the world. That's right. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's definitely different power systems too, right? The fact that you have to build, no matter what, if you're shipping something across the border like that, it needs to be inspected thoroughly, right? So you need to price inspections, and engineers and architects, whatever, have to inspect it and approve it. That costs money. The extra transportation, that costs money, right? And it's not cheap. So the only trade-off is getting cheaper labor, or manufacturing something dirty, with different environmental restrictions, right? So that's all you really gain, and that to me isn't going to cover the costs of those inspections and the extra labor to build it locally, right? I just don't see it, but it's a big club and you ain't in it, and that is the dirty truth of it. That is the truth of it. I love these infographics, right? They're really awesome. So AR is something that's bound to open many new opportunities for the construction industry, even though it will come with a cost. So $90 billion increase in global AR market by 2020. So $90 billion increase in global augmented reality market. That's humongous. Huge. So yeah, that's massive. That's massive. Construction software and the data ecosystem, right? 95% of data in construction is thrown away. See that? 95% of data in construction is thrown away. It's insane. Okay, the reason for that is because of litigation and things like that, right? This when the building, like a lot of this is records, you know. So and that's they're kept because when you're in litigation, the person who wins is the person who has the better records, right? The most information wins. 95% of statistics are lies. Yeah. And you know, I know that seems really high, but it could be. Yeah, I got a new mixer, eh, Dan? I got the Behringer 1204 now. Upgraded my mixer the other day, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna start recording podcasts and doing some. I gotta do some other things. It's really cool. Of course it is. Yes, data is the most valuable asset on the planet, and that is the truth. That is the truth. There's no question about that. It used to be oil, and now it's data. Absolutely. That's the thing about Behringer. Amazing quality. I love the UK, the British. I love the British EQ. And this was only. I got this for like $100 off. Even like it was a really good deal. So I bought it for like I think it was $280 all in. So, which is good. I was looking online and they were going for like $350. So. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, so I needed to, yeah, because I just couldn't use the old one anymore, and it sounds a lot better. Oh my god, my audio has improved so much. I was watching the replay from Friday. I'm like, oh, that sounds so cool, man. Yeah, that nothing like us Brits. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so yeah, and I need to get an external recorder. I want to get some kind of external recorder, like a Zoom or something, Zoom F1, as well. Because not only will I be able to use an external recorder for recording the podcast here, but I'll also be able to use it in the field for recording video, which will be so pimp. So a DBX 286 preamps channel strip. Okay, and yeah, there's another thing I need to get to. It's like a noise reducer that you hook from your computer audio to the mixer itself. It's like a little thing that in the middle. But yeah, I got that. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me write it down on my actual notes. DBX 286 S preamp / channel strip. So hopefully too, I'll have the 2 PC stream set up here right away. Hopefully pretty soon. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. This has a compressor too. I love it. I'm so happy it has that. It sounded really good. The replay that when I was watching rewatching Fridays. Yeah, that's awesome. Audio sounds so good. But yeah, so building information modeling, we've talked about that over and over again. So look, it's 88%. Oh, so I don't even know if I finished. So yeah, the guy in court basically with the better records wins. So that's why everyone's like, managers keep journals, this and that, blah 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 blah, right? It's a real tech. It's a real tech card. Yeah, real tech. So yeah, man. Modular construction, self-healing concrete, drones, like holy shit, right? You believe this? So 5 billion metric tons of concrete will be used by 2030. Wow. Drone industry value will rise from 2 billion to 10 billion in the next decade. Wow. So let's see here. The industrial robotics market. Look at all these stats, right? Is expected to grow by 175% over the next decade, right? Cloud and mobile technology. Yeah. You know what is funny? Like that's so true. I think that the stat is like the whole industry only puts like 1% of the revenue into new technology. It's insane, right? Yeah, power conditioner. I need to get an electrician in here to inspect the electrical in this house. I need to get an inspection done. I'm not happy with it. I feel like there's something wrong with it. Yeah, advanced uses for GPS, right? Look at this, 120 positioning satellites to be ready to be used in the next 10 years. 120 positioning satellites, wow. And wearable technology, yep. BIM technology could be the catalyst for a fundamental change in how we manage, design, and develop a construction project. There are many different levels of programming enabled through BIM. 4D and 5D BIM are two very representative examples in that direction, right? Furman makes one for $30. Furman, eh? That's cool. I'm gonna check that out too, man. But yeah, I'm gonna because of the lag when I'm running software and all the like the pages and doing my streams, I'm pushing it to the limit. I need to get more power behind it, so I'm gonna be hooking up the two PCs to do the streaming. One is a streaming system, and the other one is like the actual do shit system, right? That's an awesome picture there. Man, the amount of bins, like, here we go. Yeah, we've seen this video, I think, before, but yeah, this stuff is really neat. This is the self-healing concrete, right? And the invention will fix concrete cracks without needing construction workers, right? So the concrete is mixed with bacteria called Bacillus pseudophilus. It also mixed with an organic nutrient called calcium lactate. The bacteria can lie dormant in the concrete for up to 200 years after construction. After it cracks, the water gets into the concrete, activating the bacteria inside. The bacteria then starts producing limestone to fill the cracks naturally. The cracks are fixed in only 3 weeks. Amazing. And that's if it rains, I think, right? Researchers are also developing a liquid to fix cracks in conventional concrete. Interesting. The liquid contains the same bacteria and could work on existing buildings. Excellent. Bioconcrete will protect bridges, roads, tunnels, and other concrete structures over a 200-year lifespan. Insane, right? That's cool. Let me spread my bacteria, though, right? Like, that's cool. Right? They took the common cold mix, yeah, right? Yeah, mix it with some, yeah, that's right. Throw it in the concrete. Yeah, I know. I love to see where drones are. Like we really don't see, you don't see drones yet on site. But that's the thing. Like until we get some way to continuously monitor the site for as built, I think drones are a good option for that, right? Coronavirus concrete, yeah. Look at that. That's the Guardian GT. That's the Sarcos robotics system there as well, which is kind of neat. It's remote controlled robots, right? It's pretty wild. Nuts. Whoa, did you see that? Oh my god, that's amazing. So this is that's a welding rig, a robotic welding rig hooked up to a skyjack, right? An elevated work platform. That is incredible. A lot of welders are working on those on aerial work platforms, right? Because they need to get they need to weld Q-deck, they need to weld structural steel, and a lot of it, most of it is at heights, right? Most of it. This EXO here is another system I was looking at, but I didn't really like this one. It seems really bulky. The Mavic Pro. Isn't it amazing how drones, like, I think drones are amazing, right? Robotic arms. And that's the prefabrication is right there, right? Using robotic arms. And 3D printers, right, as well. Yeah, waiting for the first manager to blame the robot for not doing its job right. That is awesome. Oh, Michael Daniels, thank you so much, buddy. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. That is wonderful. Thank you so much, buddy. I love you too, man. Thank you so much. That is so nice of you, Michael. Thank you. That is wonderful. How's Michael doing this morning? I think that's just so funny, Zephyr. Like, dude, it's true. People are always passing the buck, right? And it's gonna be funny. And that's the thing that is critical to this whole thing is using the information that we're going to be collecting to hold people accountable, because there's a lot of stuff that is kind of shady, you know. And when it really comes down to the crunch, people cut corners. And like I would never, okay, not me, but people are funny, right? Like my bosses will tell me to a lot, right? Even though I'll just be like, okay, on my own dime, I'll put in the extra work or put in the extra material needed to do it right. But you'd be so surprised. Like my bosses will tell me to do something the shortcut way a lot, right? Especially near crunch time, or if it's a chargeback of some sort, right? Like it's insane. So hub some small quadcopter. Yes, I see. And that is a drone, eh? Ahmed, that's a drone. These are interesting, but they, like, you see how they're stacking them, right? Like they're not using mortar or some sort of cement, right? It's just weird. I think that 3D brick printer uses a spray, like some kind of a spray adhesive. It's really, really weird. Look at this guy here, the walk-in front, the rover. Like, oh yeah, let's put our packouts on a robot that'll follow you around, right? Like, or your job box. That would be crazy, right? Man. Oh, jeez. See, so this is so cool. This is really neat, of course, but just look at this little scanning robot. That's what I mean. These scanners are going to be huge. There's a company called Faro Technologies, and they're also at this last trade show that I was at, and I spent a lot of time at their booth because of their laser technology, right? They're monitoring everything, right? And that's what I love. Say you need information right now, the drone, the robot, can go there right now, or like it was there just a minute ago, whatever, right? You have real-time data. It's amazing. These robots are incredible too. Like they can work 24 hours a day, robots too, right? Like, as long as you're not within like a noise zone, right? You could literally work your robots 24 hours a day. It's just creepy, eh? So you don't know about environmental impact issues down the road. Oh, and that's crazy, Amy Dibble. Yeah, you would have to, they're being fairly cautious these days with stuff like that. And I truly believe that humanity, we really want to make things better. We want a cleaner planet. We want to do things better. You know, there's no secret. It can't be a secret that we've been kind of missing the mark. You know, like we're definitely not doing things efficiently, right, or safely. So I think we do want to do better, and I want to believe that, and I'm not going to trust him, right? I do think that we need to test things, and things need to be tested, and the research has to be done. Like I say, no cutting corners, and cost has to be an issue, sure, but it can't be the deciding factor, right? Hey, yes, Ahmed, thank you for coming, buddy. You have a great day, man. I'll see you later on the next one, buddy. I'll probably jump on one of your streams if I see you. For sure. So yeah, we have to work towards a better, cleaner future, right? I like these helmets; are really neat. For any kind of management, or really you can see this technology coming to every worker on site almost, right? Like but not like this big, obviously, right? Because I think that this technology can train people as well as it can like give you information, right? And show you things in the field like that aren't there, you know. I think that's kind of that's just something. I'm excited to see some of this, but I've never seen this stuff in the field. I've never seen anyone using AR in the field. Never, not yet. Anyways, and that's really strange. You know, it's supposed to be really huge. And it's nice, it's wonderful that we're talking about all this new tech, but it's not being used. It's not being used yet. That's why we need to call out to these guys. We need to call out to these companies and make them, you know, like, guys, man, what are you doing? Like, you could be doing things so much better. Do you understand how complex these buildings get, right? Like, this is insanity, guys. The rebar and the concrete, just the rebar shop drawings for something like that. The piling, right? The piling that goes in. Well, that's funny. Can't use AR because 95%. And that's the thing. So we're still, I think, using a lot of paper, you know, Zapfile for our records and things like that. There's still paper. Storing things on hard drives is actually, I think storing things on hard drives isn't very eco-friendly either. But if we can assure the project has been built properly and it runs properly, right, that everything's okay, then we can delete certain things, you know, and instead of keeping it. And only keeping what's important, you know. So like the project manuals, for example, everything that goes into the project manual and the as-builts, right? This is going to be neat when you have now a actual model, 3D model on your computer that of your building that you can jump into in virtual reality, and it'll show you the different stages of construction. So you need to strip off the drywall so we can see inside that wall, so we know if we're going to make changes or, you know, whatnot. If we're troubleshooting something, right, you just take the drywall off. You can go step by step, right, and plan your repair or plan your renovation out. It's really neat. Because yeah, I mean, who needs to keep the manager's journal for the project, right? Like, you know, if everything's good, there's not all liability has been released and things like that, right? That's not something you would need, you know. Hashtag data hoarder, yeah. But with too much data, then you have a lot of noise, right? So without Oh, that's okay. I can keep that. So yeah, with a lot of data, there's a lot of noise, right? As well. Data is see this is one of those. This is the funny thing too about the Guardian XO, because this model right here looks really cool, but the actual model they have is a lot bigger, bulkier, and not so cool. But this would be something, you know, to have this kind of protection and stuff like that for certain things, right? Like I always thought like doing construction is like going to war almost, you know, like it's not as dangerous. You're not getting shot at, but you sort of are getting shot at once in a while, you know. Things fall, like things, it's not safe. Construction is dangerous. So I always thought of it as like going to war almost, right? You're in the dirt. You're doing things that you're not, nobody, like it's just, yeah, it's construction, you know. And when, like, for example, demolition or doing certain things, this would be really cool stuff, really cool tech to have. I think that Sarcos would be smart to start getting into the more of the inspection robots as well. They have this guy here that will drive through pipes and things like that and do inspections, right? But yeah, like those little drivable drones that are going to drive around sites and scan things, you know. I was thinking more like drones or stationary scanners at certain points, but to have the mobile would be really convenient, right? Let's check this out here. This is a 3D printing one. So yeah, this is the material that they're using. So that can be $4,000. For $4,000, you can have a 3D home printed in 24 hours or less than 24 hours, they're saying. So look at this, right? Like some of the finishings you can get with it is going to be pretty wild. So, news story. A housing charity organization and Icon, a construction company, have partnered together. Their goal is to end global homelessness. That is awesome. So, look at this, right? Look at this. This is a great idea. So having strong, sturdy walls, a door that can close at night, like, man, being able to lock a door, like, that is amazing. These people live in shanties, right? Like, tents, you know, this is crazy. So if you could 3D print homes, think about that. That is amazing. An entire community of 3D printed homes will be constructed in El Salvador. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. So the ultimate goal is to get costs down to $4,000 per house. So yeah, and with a build time of less than 24 hours. This prototype house was built in Austin, Texas. And I think we've seen this one too before, but isn't it amazing? I've been hot on the head, and the hard hat was a problem. That's what hit me on the head. Oh, you've been hit on the head, and the hard hat was a problem. That's what hit me on the head. Yeah, hard hats have saved my life multiple times. I could show you. I have a like a hard hat graveyard, and I could show you like the couple that I saved that were literally busted, saved my life. So I'm a big fan of hard hats. I mean, I don't wear them when I'm in a unit drywalling, right? I don't wear them all the time, but I wear them where you need to wear them, right? And never work underneath somebody, no matter what you're doing. Okay, don't walk under somebody working. Don't work underneath somebody working. And if you're going to work above somebody, let the person below you know. And it's my opinion, whoever gets there first, you know, can be like, okay, well, was waking you, yeah, the foreman waking you up, yeah. So, and that's the idea, Zephyl, to make them fireproof. So listen, they're going to be cleaner, safer, you know, fireproof, and of houses for these people. And That's really cool. That is so cool. Yeah, that is so cool. We need to keep an eye on that project. So, yeah, that's too funny. Oh my, what's this here? Top 20 construction universities in the UK. What's this here? Oh yeah, this is oh, it fell off a shelf. Oh, that's interesting. So the all-in-one drone data solution, right? This is so RTK base plus field processor edge one, right on. Let's see here. How can you build projects with shorter timelines and at a lower cost? So you can see this guy above scanning the site, right? Here's how daily drone flights increase efficiency and identify risks on your project, right? Of course. Explore one and edge one. Yeah. Get on with it. So easy to fly, mission planner, flight. So you can plan a flight path. So, yeah, right there. Hey, APEC. Hey, buddy. I was gonna say I haven't seen you since last time, and thank you for the super chat last weekend. I appreciate that. I know my streaming thing was all messed up, so I ended up starting a different stream and this and that. But yeah, buddy. Good morning, buddy. Good morning.
Hi.
Honey, you gotta stay out of that makeup.
Stay out of what?
You're so silly. You guys are getting into the makeup, I see.
No, I'm not.
Can you get? Oh, don't touch the panel. Okay, honey, I love you. Okay.
Can we make it louder?
You can't because it'll give you feedback.
What does that mean?
I can tell you, teach you what it means later. Okay. Go. I'm gonna read you buttheads.
Yeah, butthead.
You butthead. So yeah, this is cool, right? I totally missed it, but yeah, you get the idea though, right? Scanning and sensors, right? It's cool. Some 3D model visual context, logistics planning, topographic. Remember those topographic maps, right? Where you would use those glasses to see them. You know, you put the glasses on, and the topographic maps, you know, would pop out like in 3D. That was like the coolest thing when we were back in school. Now it's all computer, right? But that's funny, Dad. Yeah, and that's the thing. Big brother eye in the sky, right? With all of this technology comes more accountability on every level. You know, the day of the you know the people like that, like construction's always been like, there's always the guys that carry the team, okay, and there's always the slackers, right? There's slackers, and there's guys who carry the team, who are producers, right? The two will balance each other out, and that's how the jobs get done, right? But it's crazy though. It really messes things up, you know. I think that for me myself, being a high producer, and a good ethical worker, that sort of technology would be good for me, because then guys could see what I really do and how much actually effort I do put in. But so yeah, those days of coasting by are over, right? Which is whatever, right? Like, I mean, I don't do anything on site that I would care about that somebody's watching me or not, right? It is what it is, you know. Now, when we start thinking about safety, though, that's another other thing, right? Safety, monitoring for safety is because we're not following the rules all the time, and a lot of the rules are stupid, right? But being forced to follow all the stupid rules all the time would be a real bummer for me, right? So pros and cons, pros and cons. I'll be done soon, honey. Don't worry. And that's the thing, right? You have to think about that, right? So how's APEC this morning, my man? How are you? How was your week, big guy? But pretty cool. Pretty cool. They're using, sure, the bigger companies are using drones right now, but like I was saying, I don't see this stuff. I never see it. Let's change it up a bit here. I did have a kind of a cool page, materials, like from Alibaba type thing. Is amazing. Some of the materials you can buy. It's crazy. I'm going to show you that after. So this is the most anticipated building set to shape. Sorry. The most anticipated building set to shape the world in 2020. Oh my goodness. This is a beautiful building, right? Like, look at that. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is Lorian, I don't know what this is. Zaha Hadid Architects. So Zaha Hadid Architects. Beautiful design. No, I get what you're saying too, me Dibble, and but there are slackers, right? There are still slackers. Like guys who just who can do better than what they do, right? And I think that we need to, and I know what you mean. Yeah, some people are just better than others. I know that. Well, I'm talking about the guys who have the potential but don't use their talent, right? That's a slacker. I saw a drone install a 4-lane bridge over a river. It just dropped it in place and flew off. Oh man, that's insane. Yeah, I think that bigger type flying vehicles, right? Unmanned aerial vehicles, right? Would be could be useful as well, right? I'm not so sure about the spinning blades and the wind and stuff like that, but yeah, Uncle Dan's, yeah, man, dog needs to go. Yeah, you bet, buddy. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Always good to see you, man. Happy Sunday. Have a great week, and I'll see you through the week, or maybe next Friday, whatnot. But have a good one, big guy. Look, this is amazing here. This is Vancouver House in Vancouver, Canada, of course, but it is an interesting looking building, how it twists like that, right? It's like, wow, that is something. Look at this here. So Nanjing Zendai Himalayas Center, Nanjing, China. Himalayas Center. That is amazing. Yeah, I know. I figured you were joking, but I made me think, like, if you made bigger drones, but they also have this technology that is called the drone swarm, right? And yeah, that is right, Conan. Yeah, God gave them the right to sleep in on a Sunday, but children override any of that. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It was amazing, wasn't it? That was a beautiful building. So the drone swarms that are exactly what they say, what it sounds like, a swarm of drones that will build things, right? That lay bricks and things like that, right? So that's pretty wild to think about, drones and robots building your structures, right? Like, it's insane, man. But if you look like at this, man, this is something. I could see it's called the Himalaya Center because of the white. It looks like mountains, right? Covered in snow, which is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, taking inspiration from traditional Chinese Shansu paintings, literally mountain and water. Ma Young Sung's curved creations merged nature with the built environment. This new 23-acre development in the historic city of Nanjing is surely the most ambitious realization of the architect's Shanshu city concept to date. And cool looking, yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful. This is, what is this here? Snøhetta made traditional headlines last year when it's, oh yeah, this is the underwater restaurant. Europe's first opened near the southernmost tip of Norway. But the design firm has also gained a Oh, my light died. I think. Yeah, that's okay. No, we don't need that right now. One light down. So yeah, I should check my camera battery here soon too. That's a funny thing too. I'm always streaming from my my battery. Like I record and stream all from my camera battery. It's amazing, and I only charge it like, you know, I only charge it once in a while. I just gotta keep an eye on that though, on the battery. It should actually tell me on my phone where my battery's at on the camera. I really am not impressed with the I don't know if it says it or not, but that's okay. That was so nice of Michael Daniels. I love that. Supporting creators that I love. He's an awesome guy. Michael Daniels is a really good guy. You guys, he does a game show Friday nights that I, at the same time we're streaming, but he does a game show, and he does a lot of his channel Tinkering with Tech. Okay, is his show. He talks a lot about how to use the Google products and StreamYard and other things. I gotta make sure I hook Alma Jelly Duck up with Michael Daniels because he'll learn a lot because he uses StreamYard and stuff like that, and he uses Zoom software, and he's really cool. He's really helpful. He's a good guy. Yeah, I do have mains for the camera, but it's just one less thing plugged in for one, and one less cable. So I don't use it. I have a V mount. I have a 135 watt hour V mount battery, so I can run the camera for hours, like 4 hours straight, or more. Like I don't need to charge it. It lasts forever. It's crazy, but I haven't charged it in a bit, so I gotta keep an eye on it. You're awake? Yeah, Mama's awake. So this is interesting because you wouldn't think in Norway, underwater restaurant would be like the hugest thing. Wouldn't be like, it's just like, look at the location, right? It looks like a crazy little town almost, you know what I mean? But cool concept. New Museum of Western Australia. So this is in Perth, Australia. The cladding, it looks really neat. That's the hard thing too, right? Building into like older cities and older towns or whatnot would be really challenging. Like if you could imagine building in even New York, but like London in England, something really old, like so old, right? Like hundreds of thousands and whatever, right? Like it's really old, anyways. Like all that history of building and top of building and top of building and stuff like that could get quite messy, I think. Berlin Airport. Now here's this. So here, Opus Dubai. I don't know what this guy's doing, but Yeah, it sounds like I need to have a guest on my show. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't had one in a while, so it would be nice to have a guest on the show. Yeah. I gotta find somebody. There was somebody I approached to see if he would come on the show and talk, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen now. But yeah, I'm hopefully gonna. I've been reaching out, so hopefully I'll find somebody who can get on the show, talk about something, you know. Because yeah, I do. I need to have another show on the I need to have one of those shows for sure. I love this. This is incredible. So when you're looking at it in the top, you didn't see it was cut off, right? So now you can see it in a different perspective. That's awesome. That is cool. The shard, yeah, of course, yeah. We have the shard is amazing too, yeah. Oh wow! So 1,000 trees. Oh yes, we've seen this as well. 1,000 trees, Shanghai, China. I love this project. Look at that. Like, look at the size of this city, man. Like, look at this. It's incredible. And I love the green by the water. This looks like Edmonton, right, with the river running through the middle of the city. It's pretty cool. But there we have more there's more bluffs. It's definitely. The maintenance man. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Yeah, there's one I haven't had. Yeah, maintenance man. I like that. Thanks, Sapphire. That's funny. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything like. Oh no, the river in this bridge does, but our bridge has higher, mid sections, and it's actually a bigger river. When you see this, it looks like Edmonton's river. It's beautiful, lots of green. Maybe I'll get some footage of it this summer. It's amazing. And I did have footage of the new bridge they were building, but I didn't get a chance to. I found it, right? Okay, so hold on here, guys. Sorry, I don't know who that guy was. I just blocked him, so. I don't have no idea who Matthew Baxter is. You guys know who that is? I have no idea, but I just blocked him on the channel. It's stupid. Oh man. So this is cool. Courtesy of Herzog. I love the names, right? West Kowloon Cultural District Authority. Singapore Pavilion in Dubai Expo. That's really beautiful. And I think that's it for that. Yeah, these guys are I'm not gonna go through that. We did quite a bit. What's this here? Let's see. Oh yeah, this is kind of cool. So the future of facilities, guys. So this will be a good topic to end our stream on today. We're gonna get into the future of facilities. These high-tech materials are revolutionizing the built environment. There's something new I kind of got out of this, right? So here's self-healing concrete for one, right? Structural 3D printing. Let's take a peek at that real quick. So yeah, this is incredible, right? 3D printing concrete, a 2,500 square foot house in 20 hours and an eye on a moon shot. And this is kind of what I meant. Like, isn't that incredible? Like, to build on the moon or build on Mars or whatnot, right? Just send robots to do it, right? It's incredible. And it's interesting too because we don't understand the materials yet on the moon, right? And how do you know how to build with those materials, right? Like it's crazy. Like how far have we actually gone on the moon? Like how have we dug any ores? Have we like what's the dealio? You know what I mean? We don't talk about it nearly enough. So this is a 2,500 square foot house. So this is actually, let me see if I can just go down a bit and see if I can find it. Okay, I'm not going to find it. Okay, so anyways, I'll just talk about it. These are this is how this would go down, right? You would come on site, you would push your site, get your foundations, your ground level, which can be done by robots now as well, robot skid steers. And then you set up these rails, right? They're like tracks, and it's like an overhead crane, right? You put up each end and connect it there, and you got a material feeder here, and then it just prints like back and forth like an actual printer. This is how it would look, It looks like a mixture of both. Like, so here it has panels here. So it can come and rig down the panels, pick up these panels and place the panels and print. So it's a mixture of a robotic arm and a 3D printer. And that is insanely cool, right? So you got that. But so yes, ETFE. I'm like, what the hell is ETFE, right? Like, what's this stuff? So last night I kind of got sucked down the rabbit hole, and I saw some really cool things. So ethylene tetrafluoroethylene, right? So it's a byproduct, right? Of you can use it's made from byproducts of waste, right? So waste byproducts, sorry, from different things. And it's let me see here. There you go. Yeah, ETFE can be made into glass-like sheets or inflated into multi-layered cushions, and is being used in some of the most innovative new buildings around the world. ETFE has greatly increased in popularity as the construction material due to its versatility, lightweight, tensile strength, and excellent weathering properties. And it lets light through, right? It's it protects. So it's working really well for greenhouses, right? So they don't get dirty, and they let in more light than, say, just normal panels or poly or whatnot, right? Right. The fact that ETFE doesn't degrade under UV light, sunlight, weather, or pollution means that ETFE could have a life of around more than 50 years, right? As well as being self-cleaning, simple to repair, blah, 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 right? But there was a page from greenhouses to stadiums, yeah. I want to see if I can find this. Because building facades, like in advertising, right? Oh, that was a sad story. Where the heck is it? I found it yesterday. But anyways, so I guess this is it. So they used this as an entire roof, but the thing with ETFE is you can put lighting systems in it, right? And LEDs or whatnot. You can use them photo here. Let me see. Did I not keep this page? This might be it right here, actually. Let's see here. I think this might be it. Yeah. So see all this advertising and stuff like that, right? And this is ETFE here as well. See the lighting, like the design. It's like really strong material. It can be inflated to create more effects. And now you see all this lighting and advertising, things like that. You can build this into the building facade using this ETFE, right? You just put the paneling inside, and it's still transparent as well, right? It lets sun in. It still lets sun through, which is incredible, right? You can put the photovoltaic panels inside of it, right? So these things are going to produce their own energy, right, and run off their own energy, basically. So now your building is producing its own energy, which is really cool. You know, I think that's going to be really huge. Excuse me. So yeah, this is I think this is their head office, like this architect's head office or whatnot, and they're testing these. It's the testing site for these panels, right? But yeah, ETFE. So it's strong, it's self-cleaning, and it lets light through for it. So it's an excellent material for greenhouses. So I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm rocking the VCG hat this morning, and I got my Rue cup. So, and Nerd City. So Nerd City, VCG, and Your Real Estate Whisperer. EVA. So that's like I think that's what the photovoltaic thing is. So yeah, the half of those are photovoltaic, and the other half are. Did I crash my chat or something? If somebody can type something in the chat, so I know I didn't crash it. I did not crash it for you, but on my. Yeah. Oh, I see. So my chat screwed up. Let me restore it. That's why I haven't saw you guys' messages in a while. Let me just fix it up. The pop out chat. Ever since I banned that guy, yeah, it's working now. I can see it. Since I banned that guy, my chat over here stopped. So I missed you guys's. I missed your. Ever since I hit that guy, so yeah, let me just catch up on the chat here. The stuff they can do now with concrete forms is pretty cool. Oh yeah, APEC, yeah. Insulated concrete forms, I like that. That's pretty cool. I've even worked with Perry systems and things like that that are really cool as well. But yeah, like reusable forms, right? It's cool. They discovered air molecules in a galaxy that is 583 million light years away from Earth. That's cool. Breathable air. That's amazing. That's right. Friday night stream is more risque than Sunday. If your family is watching, they don't feel offended to ask too much questions. Yeah, no, you ask a lot of questions. You bet. This is what it's all about. This is this is where you guys can ask questions about what we're talking about, construction, anything you have on your mind, construction wise. Yeah, I mean, this is what this is about. And yeah, I try to keep Sundays as PG as I possibly can because of that reason. It's Sunday morning, it's family time. So Friday night is adult time. That's how it's always been here. Check out AirGen from Unmass Amherst creates electricity from water. Yeah, cool. Let's check it out then. AirGen from. I think, like, dudes, right? Like we are literally creating energy all the time with our when we walk. Every movement we make, we're creating energy, right? Like, why not harness that energy and use it for ourselves, right? Like, why do we need to be paying these big dirty companies, you know, to provide energy for us when we can make it ourselves? Like, it just doesn't make any freaking sense to me. Big corporations, big money, exactly. You know, that's what it is. It's it's very, very disturbing. Is it Amherst.com? Oh yeah, here we go.
University of Massachusetts Amherst.
Massachusetts. I can't say it, so that's why.
Natural protein to create electricity
Amherst, yeah,
from moisture in the air. This new technology could have significant implications for the future of renewable energy, climate change, and in the future of medicine. As reported in the journal Nature, the researchers have created a device they call an AirGen, or air-powered generator with electrically
right on,
conductive protein nanowires produced by the microbe Geobacter. The AirGen connects electrodes to the protein nanowires in such a way that electrical current is generated from the water vapor naturally present in the atmosphere. That is, they are literally making electricity out of thin air. The AirGen generates clean energy 24/7. The new technology is non-polluting, renewable, and low-cost. It can generate power even in areas with extremely low humidity, such as the Sahara Desert. It has significant advantages over other forms of renewable energy, including solar and wind, because unlike these other renewable energy sources, the AirGen does not require sunlight or
Hey, Keenan! Good to see you. All about vehicles. Good to see you, buddy.
Requires only a thin film of protein nanowires, less than 10 microns thick. The bottom of the film rests on an electrode, while a smaller electrode that covers only part of the nanowire film sits on top. The film absorbs water vapor from the atmosphere. A combination of the electrical conductivity and surface chemistry of the protein nanowires, coupled with the fine pores between the nanowires within the film, establishes the conditions that generates an electrical current between the two electrodes. The researchers say that the current generation of AirGen devices are able to power small electronics, and they expect to bring the invention to commercial scale soon. Next steps they plan include developing a small AirGen patch that can power electronic wearables such as health and fitness monitors and smartwatches, which would eliminate the requirement for traditional batteries. They
Amazing, right? Like, yeah, kinetic, a kinetic like patch, right? That produces energy and powers the device is insane.
Is to make
and
large-scale systems.
Yes, we need to do this. We need to start harnessing our natural resources, real natural, right? Instead of artificially producing them with like uranium, for example. It's insane. I think. Let me just switch back here. I think that we're definitely headed down the right path. What's like, I don't even know like what I would pick to be my most favorite new tech now. I don't even know. It's incredible. Everything is it's just where we're going. I like the I like the information, right? The information we can get on site for oh god, that I like this, where we're going and building with more efficiency, things like that, right? I think it's cool. Yeah, you can layer your interior walls of your house with this AirGen. That's really cool stuff, right? so even the water that comes out of our taps, you know, and runs through our pipes, right? Can we not harness that energy as well? Like piping could have material in it that harnesses and generates the power, right? It's just, there's just so many options that are out there, you know. Air movement, you know, so wind power, things like, man, oh man, we can harness the wind through our houses with little turbines, you know what I mean, through the attics, and you know, like airways. If we could let the air pass through instead of bounce off, you know, that would be sweet. And yes, I think roofing designs are getting crazy. Now with the new materials like BMO roofing and things like that, they're getting curved and weird and elaborate. Everything's like, man, oh man, it's insanity, right? And solar panels, yeah. So solar panels are the reason why solar panels are cool, but I think that the photovoltaic shingles are even cooler. So things like photovoltaic panels, if you can replace shingles with it, right? So it's not like another big ugly unit on top of your house. It's a beautiful piece of architecture, right? Weird roof styles, the tech is getting harder to install. Oh yeah, man. A lot of times, these cladding and roofing companies are designing these systems alongside of the engineers and architects and owners through the pricing stages and bid and pre-planning or budgeting, you know, like proposal stage, whatever. The companies are working together on with the engineers and designers to bid these jobs, to price these jobs. So they're engineering it. They're saying, oh, okay, well, this won't work. You need to do this, right? Because they have the field expertise. It's crazy. Oh man, dude, Amos, yeah, there's dozens of ways to produce energy, and we're just not doing it yet. I like I saying those ETFE. I think that would be dope as a roof, right? To have a clear roof, right? So you don't, you know, a clear see-through roof that produces energy. Like, come on, that is so cool, right? Why can't we look up and see the sky, right? Like, and with these certain panels, say you don't want to see the sky, then you just close them, like close roof, right? And then all of a sudden you have a sealed, sealed roof. It's incredible. I think that would be just wicked. I'd love to be able to look up and see the sky, you know, and it's amazing that you can put layers in these things, you know what I mean, into this ETFE stuff. You can use it in layers, and to use that space that you used to have as a useless attic, right? The useless attic space now being usable space or extra additional height to your house or whatever is sweet. But yeah, oh man, fossil fuel companies they're the worst. They're the absolute worst offenders, and they are, you know, the power companies as well, right? It's like the telephone company is holding on to the market for as long as they could, you know. It's going to be like that now with oil companies. It's sick. It's absolutely sick. And the way they produce gasoline, right, to get the oil from the ground into your car, right? It's disgusting. It is dirty, gross, disgusting, immoral, and it's greed to the definition of greed. It's bad. And that's right. Yeah, that's right. It's nowhere where it should be. That's why we need to change. Change can start with us. It really can. Unfortunately, it has to come at a cost, at a price to you, you know, because you're gonna have to boycott, and that that will do harm to you as well, right? Fracking, oh man, they do that here. They do that here, for crying out loud. It's in Saskatchewan. They do it in Saskatchewan. It's just so dirty, so dirty. It's disturbing, and it has to be illegal. Fracking especially has to be illegal, but it's not. It's not, and it's sad. I can't tell you enough how disgusting. Like, I've been on the big refineries up north in Fort McMurray. I've been up there, and it's dirty, guys. It is disgusting. I can't believe that we allow that, like, these facilities to operate in anywhere in the world. They're the biggest polluters, and they're the greediest companies. Like, they make so much money, and they're taking our world's resources, you know, and like it just doesn't make any sense, man. Yeah, earthquakes. That's right. Yeah, fracking right next to schools. I know. I've read about that too. And it's awful. We're like Alberta, the province I live in, and the next one over, Alberta and Saskatchewan, are huge for their oil industries, and it's guys, it's not right. There's nothing right about it. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we're focused. Felt like we're out of focus there. And yeah, like we need to get away from relying on that revenue. It's awful, man. It's really awful. And it's unfortunate that, you know, yeah, money makes the world turn. It's crazy. It's really sad how far we've let things come. It's if we stop now, we have a chance to really advance humankind, right? Sorry, and launch it into the next era of survival, whatever, right? But it's crazy how much we throw away. We're so wasteful, and I mean, like, we're carnivores. We're all these things, you know, that just don't make sense, right? It's crazy, and I really hope that it gets better. I believe we want to. It's just, how much are we gonna let these big companies keep a grip and have a hold on us, right? What is it gonna take for real change to happen, you know? Well, oil takes millions of years to make or something, right? Like, it takes a lot longer to make than it takes to burn it up, right? So it's scary. It is terrifying to think about. I mean, we don't see the big picture, right? We're just a little speck in existence, right? We're just a little speck in the universe, and we should be protecting our little speck, not destroying it. It just doesn't make any sense. There's no logic, right? We should be defending it and nurturing it, you know? People are just so greedy and selfish. It makes me sick. Money out of politics. Yeah, right. I think money in politics is a big deal. That's right. It's insane. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's money. Everything is money. Chevy made his first electric car in the 80s. Yep, it didn't survive. Think if it did, and then electric cars or even battery tech, I would be 100 times more advanced. I know, dude. We had electric car factories in Canada here, back in the 90s, man, and the oil companies squashed it, and it was public, and it was obvious, and it's insane, guys. Okay, in the 90s, we had electric cars, batteries being produced here in BC in the 90s, and yeah, oil. It was oil squashed it. Think about where we would be now. Exactly. Yeah, I think that's funny you mentioned that, Konaman, because I'm due for a new vehicle soon, but I was thinking that the next thing I would probably buy would be the electric, might even be that Tesla truck, because they're really affordable. But yeah, I'm thinking my next one will be electric. But yeah, I was thinking about buying the Tesla, the new Tesla truck. It's only like 40 grand for entry model, so I was gonna look at that. Yeah, the first electric car was built in 1890. That's interesting you say that, because in 1890, Mom and Dad used to have a bar or a restaurant called the 1890. That was when I was that was cool. They had that when I was a kid. So yeah, I know. Yeah, it's been pretty sad. How we've been letting these oil companies push back is beyond me, man. There's a lot more of us than there are of them. The fact that we are so brainwashed and obedient, it blows my mind, guys. Like, we're a group of guys that obviously share similar interests, and we're similar in the way we think, obviously, right? So we're definitely not we're not the cattle, we're not the sheep, you know. It's sad to think everyone just doesn't care. They just don't worry about that. They're just concerned with their lives and what's going on with them instead of the big picture, right? Sure, of course, there should be a lot more. They should stop manufacturing gas vehicles altogether. Over the next decade, they should just altogether stop manufacturing new gas vehicles. Hyundai, yeah, interesting. Hyundai would be cool. I like Hyundai. So yeah, it's something to look into. You know, I'm gonna have to do my research, of course, and as I normally thoroughly do. That's too funny. But I gotta get going. Mama needs some help with the kids. But yeah, well, it was a good stream, guys. That was a really, really good stream. We went for over 2 hours today. Interesting. That's awesome, guys. So 2 hours and 16 minutes. That's a good stream. But I just got a text message from Courtney. She needs some help with the kids. So we'll wrap it up. But something to think about, right, guys? So keep that in mind. You know, and I'd like to hear more thoughts if you guys, we can talk more on the Discord as well. I think too that some countries are even legislating it. So they want, like, there are some, like China, especially in India and China, they're really pushing for electric cars because of the pollution, right? And now we're looking at, oh god, look at our dirty world from oil. Like, you know, it's time for change, guys. And you're very welcome, Konaman Studio. Thank you everybody for coming today. Michael Daniels, man, thank you for the $5 super chat. Always coming in and dropping one of those on me. I love that. I really appreciate it. That was so nice of you, Michael. Another great creator, guys. Check out his channel. I gotta remember to hook Jelly Duck up with him, because he does StreamYard and stuff like that, right? So now they all have electric. Yeah, no, me too. And Charles got it by accident but liked it. LOL. Yeah, that's awesome. Hybrid Hyundai, yeah. Hyundai's Hyundai's a good company. They do a lot of stuff. They build ships and everything. If you go to Korea, everything's a Hyundai in Korea, right? So their buses and everything. So you're welcome, APEC. Yeah, you all have the great rest of the day. Meet Devil, APEC, Amos, Konaman, Zaphael, everybody who came today. Thank you so much, guys. This is Chris, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys. Where am I now? Right there.